What's up, everyone? Alan Thompson here, the marketing ninja and chief executive officer for Stingray Branding. This is my first opportunity to go live on Facebook on our business page. Our team's been doing it the last couple months. I'm super excited. Hopefully you will tune in for a few minutes and join me along. I've got some cool things to announce. We're going to be covering a pretty important topic. Majority of our clients are local businesses. And we're going to be covering local SEO, which is very different than regular SEO. A lot of the same factors apply, but how you go about handling those factors definitely vary. So I want to clue you in on a few of those things. And if you're doing your own website, you can obviously use these things. And if you're not doing your own marketing, then obviously you can come hire us and we'll do it for you. And these are all things that we audit as part of our marketing reviews that we do for free. So you're always welcome to come in and get a cup of coffee with me. We'll go through a nice long checklist, making sure that all of your marketing is in check, you're on point, you are ready to rock and roll. As we are getting ready for the second half of 2019, I know it's crazy. 2019 is already half over. Hopefully you've already hit your goals for the year and you are just crushing it. But if not, we would love to have that discussion with you about how to ensure the second half of your year goes fantastic. If you are crushing it, fantastic. We'd still love to talk to you about how to help you continue to do so for the rest of this year and the year coming up. So we've got another, looks like probably another 2 minutes here, and then I'm going to get jumping into it. So stay tuned, stick with me. It's going to be about 15, 20 minutes or so that we're going to be taking to cover local SEO and going over how that's going to help your business grow. It is a very important thing to make sure that you are doing for the rest of this year. If you haven't taken the time to go through and really dive into local SEO, and you are a brick and mortar business, or really even a service-based business here in Charleston or anywhere else, you've got to do it. It's critical to make sure that you are managing your online reputation, that you're utilizing Google's algorithms to benefit your business. Hey, what's up, Steve? Good to see you. It's in today's marketplace, Google gives you so much to build your business for free. So it's imperative that we use those things, right? That's what we do all day long. And really diving into this content the last couple of years, it's just triggered sorry, again, tongue-tied here. It's triggered insane sales the last couple of years because we've taken what Google gives us, right? 10 years ago, you bought a Yellow Pages ad, $1,000 a month, your phone rang all day, that's just what you did. Today, you master Google. That's the way it works. So with that, I'm going to get ready to start diving in here. A couple things to quickly promote. June, we are doing our $300 off new website special. Get a couple more weeks to capture that deal. So if you're looking to save some money this month, make sure you comment below with your email address. We can set up a meeting. Go to my website, stingraybranding.com. Click on Meet with Us. Schedule an appointment right there. As long as we do the appointment in June, I will honor that deal for you. We've got some other cool stuff coming up this summer as well. And we're still early enough in the year that if you haven't grabbed one of our koozies, these things are legit. I love the bottle koozie because I drink IPAs, which usually come in bottles. So those are always free. Just drop a note in the comments. Be happy to shoot one over to you or swing by our office and grab one. We also have some cool credit card size bottle openers. So they can fit in your wallet or bag or clipping. I don't know if I clip these in my keys. It's a little bit heavier than like a key ring, but could definitely fit in a wallet. I absolutely love using this thing. I use it all the time. I'm not an alcoholic though, so okay? So don't judge me like that. And then we also have some cool pins, nice slick things, and these things fit in a sports coat, fantastic. So, all right, like I said, today we are covering local SEO. So for the month of June, we've been going over local branding. It's been our topic of the month. Definitely, thank you for tuning in. I know obviously this will get a bunch of views over the next week. Make sure you're tuning in every week. We do this every Monday at 3 o'clock with a different topic. We'll be continuing to do it forever. Well, I won't say forever because who knows how long that'll be. Lots of things can change, but we'll definitely be doing this for a while. So, again, my name is Alan Thompson. I am the marketing ninja and chief executive officer of Stingray Branding. We've got a team of 6 here at Stingray Branding. We absolutely love working with local businesses, and local SEO is a critical factor in what we use to help our small businesses grow. So as a results-focused marketing firm, we are looking to leverage everything we can in marketing to produce an ROI for you. And we make sure to measure that through our transparent third-party reports that you get every single month, auditing what we do so you know what's working in your marketing, how your money's being spent, You know what's going on in your marketing. That's key, right? It was you make decisions as business owners and you consider doing more, doing less, changing what you're doing next year. All of those things matter. What events you give your money to, where you spend it, what billboards you do, what social media ads you run, what contests you run, all of those things matter. And more importantly than probably any of them is making sure that you can be found on Google. And local is key. Google wants to show businesses that are near the person looking for the service or the product. It just makes sense, right? You want to go to Google, you want to type in, I'm looking for a Greek restaurant, and you want to see a Greek restaurant near you because that just makes sense. That's the whole point. So what is local SEO and what does that actually mean? So Google has essentially a couple different algorithms. They have a main algorithm, which is their overall, right? If there's no external factors other than the fact that I'm just searching, where do you come up on Google, right? If I'm searching for you from California, where do you come up? So that's your normal Google ranking. You have Google Mobile, which they weigh different factors for a search on a mobile device than a desktop. So that matters, right? There's certain factors that we have to ensure are optimized to make sure you perform well on mobile. So you can show up #1 on a desktop, but be 15th on a mobile phone. And that's because of the Google mobile algorithm. Well, same thing with local SEO, right? Local takes into account where you are geographically located whenever you're doing that search. Because if I'm in Ladson or I'm in Mount Pleasant and I want to find a local restaurant, gas station, whatever, any of them, I want to find the one that's closest to me typically. You know, there might be a few other factors, pricing and such, but for the most part, I want to find the one that's closest to me. So how do they do that? They look at your GPS location, right? Because you're always sharing your location. Let's be honest, big data knows everything. So they take that into consideration and the keywords and a few other factors that are used by that business to try to show you the best business closest to you that will give you the best solution for what you're looking for. So right, so the large factor is obviously going to be proximity, but there's things that we can do to control how that proximity is used for us. You know, and why does this even matter, right? Why does local SEO matter? Why does SEO matter at all? Why does marketing matter at all? Well, it's what controls your revenue, right? The better your marketing is, the better you master these tactics, the more revenue you make, the bigger your business can grow. In theory, the easier that life gets. I don't quite know if that's true, but that's the mirage, right? So, and all of the algorithms overlap. So by mastering one, you're not necessarily neglecting another because they all overlap. They all help each other. It's just there's certain things that you have to have a little bit more emphasis on making sure are done to master each of them. You can't just do something that will work on a desktop and assume it's going to work on mobile and local and everything else. There's little tweaks you have to do that make a difference. You know, things like AMP pages, which are your accelerated mobile pages. You know, and a large thing that goes into local SEO is going to be your Google My Business listing. I know you probably see ads for this all over. Lots of people talk about it. It's free. That's why. It is a free resource Google gives you to be found. So very simple, business.google.com. You go there, you set up an account. We covered this in our recent, actually last month we covered it in one of our marketing minutes, right? How to go through and set up a Google My Business listing. So go back and watch that. But you want to go and make sure you have your listing set up. Make sure it's optimized. Your good descriptions, your services are put in there. You've verified it with the address. Make sure that your NAP is correct. Your name, address, phone number. Google's looking at every social media profile you have out there, making sure that all your information matches. If that stuff's not correct, it starts triggering with them going, well, we don't really know if this business is legit or not. We don't know if they exist or not. We don't know if their information's right or not. So we're not going to show them. So make sure that you have all that stuff updated. These are just little details that are super easy to do, but most people neglect. As you're going through that Google My Business listing, another thing that we recommend to all of our clients, some do, some don't, but we recommend it to everyone, is to hire PBG Virtual. They're a Google 360 photographer. They come in and do a virtual tour of your business. As a Google 360 photographer, they're able to upload those photos as that virtual tour to Google, which there hasn't been any publication about it, but it essentially provides an extra verification step on that listing. From what we've seen, our clients that have business listings that get that virtual tour done typically see a higher ranking than others. And that's really, really important. If you're a restaurant, all day long, you should be doing this. If you have a brick and mortar business, you should have a Google 360 photo shoot done. It is imperative, and it's very, very cost effective to do this. The next thing you're going to want to do is go through and look at all your social media profiles. All the information that's on your website, which is also on your Google My Business listing, should match all of your other social profiles. Your SERP, which is your search engine results page, which is generated from your NAP, your name, address, phone number, information that Google sees across all these different networks, has to match on everything. And there could be hundreds of profiles. If you're a long-term existing business, if you've been in business 15, 20 years, a lot of these social profiles or a lot of these sites will auto-generate your business information off of past listings they've seen on Google and things like that, and you have to go claim them to be able to update them. Well, the problem with that is that if you've moved or changed phone numbers or any of that, your information's wrong. So Google's seeing a bunch of different phone numbers or different addresses, different email addresses, different website addresses for your business, and they don't know where to send people. They don't know how to advertise you. So you get dinged in the rankings. Simple to update. It just takes time to go through and do a search on your own and take the initiative, right? The next thing to check out is going to be optimizing your website, which, by the way, if you have any questions, I don't want to actually stop and hold a video, hey, does anybody have questions? I see we've got a lot of people on here. So if you have questions, drop a comment below. You can always email us at info@stingraybranding.com. We'd be happy to address any questions you have, either during this video or after, of course. But next we'll move on to website optimization. So as you're going through and you're looking at your website, you hear about SEO all the time. SEO, search engine optimization. What that means is we are going through and refining your website to have better quality content, better performance, and an improved targeting based on Google's algorithm. We're trying to get your website to line up with what Google wants, which at the end of the day is what the end users want, because that's the most important. Hey guys, good to see you. We want to ensure that Google's looking at the end user as the end game here. So anytime you're writing anything for SEO, it should be focused on how is the end user going to see this? How are they going to interact with it? What's their benefit out of this, right? But as we're going through and you're optimizing your website, you want to make sure that you're using the right keywords and you're putting them in the right places. Google's been doing this a long time. We've been designing websites for a long time. The tricks of the trade haven't changed that much. There's tweaks here and there, and of course as mobile responsiveness came out and all these other things, there's certainly swings at this. But at the end of the day, the basics are still there. The fundamentals are still there. Write good quality content. Make sure your keywords are placed relative throughout the page. Make sure you're not preloading the page. You're not loading everything up with a million different a million different keywords. You're not saying Charleston 500 times in the page. You're not saying your industry or whatever you do 500 times. It's got to be read as if you're reading a book, right? Or maybe an ad in a magazine, things like that. You're not supposed to be loading up your stuff. And then put your keywords where they matter, right? So Google's smart enough that whenever you're designing websites for 4 decades now, we've had things called header tags. They allow you to set keyword priority, making sure your local keywords, your geographic keyword, and your industry keywords are inside of those header tags is crucial, because that's how you tell Google where you're located, what you're about. Making sure it's inside your page title, making sure it's inside your meta descriptions, right? All those things matter because Google's looking at the overall picture. How many times is this word stated? How many times does this word match other links that are on the internet pointing back to this website? How many times is this keyword put in, the title, the description, throughout the page? That's what tells Google this is what this company is about. This is what this page is about. Not crazy difficult to make this work. You just have to take time, think logically about it, think of it as your consumer, not as your salesperson, and not as the owner trying to sell it. What does the end user want here? And then another thing that goes a lot into optimization that people just don't I don't know if they don't know about it. I don't really hear a lot of people in my industry talking about it, except for the ones that really know what they're doing, is backlinks. And whenever you start talking about backlinks, it's been around for a long time. So a lot of people start thinking, I'm going to go pay and I'm going to get listed on 5,000 different directories all over the internet, and I'm going to submit my link to 500 different places, and there's always backlinks out there about me. Well, if all those sites suck, it doesn't really help. You just have a bunch of backlinks from terrible quality websites that have no credibility, and it actually hurts you. So getting backlinks from reputable places that have Alexa authority rank and have good traffic flow is key, right? This is where sponsoring your events comes into play, right? We do all the marketing for the Charleston Greek Festival. That website has a credibility score of 50. It's not bad for a local website. Of course, you always want better. The average local website that we've seen so far, their credibility ranking is somewhere between 10 and 25. So if the Greek Festival's at 50, it's almost double most of their sites in the area. So by having a sponsorship with them and having a hyperlink from their website to your website, you've created a backlink from a credible local website. And the key of that is being credible and local, because that's telling Google that this business that sponsored this event, right? They don't see the sponsorship, all they see is the link. But by having a link on that page that's associated with Charleston, that has authority, Google's picking up on the fact that you are targeting the Charleston market, right? If you join your local chambers of commerce and create profiles with them, those things matter because those are reputable local websites. The Charleston Regional Business Journal, advertising with them or getting an article with them. The Post and Courier, Live 5 News, Low Country Live, Great Business Networking, joining that organization and making sure that there's a link for your profile on that. All of those local things like that matter because they are telling Google this business cares about this area, they're targeting this area, they're hopefully part of this area, and they're investing in this area, right? And all of that local credibility starts coming together. That flows into your reputation management. So I know we've heard a lot about it last 3 or 4 years now. Heavy the last 2 years for sure is reputation management. Google My Business and Facebook and Yelp and Manta and like 500 other sites, but Google, Facebook, Manta, Yelp are definitely the ones to focus on unless you're in home services. And then of course you have House, Home Advisor, and Angie's List. But as general, everybody, you should at least have a Facebook page and Google My Business and hopefully Yelp. You've got to be responding to your reviews on there. Your reviews are everything today. Obviously I can't ask you to do show by hands, but I'm sure if we were all sitting in a room and I said, raise your hand if you've read a review on Amazon before you bought a product, or raise your hand if you've gone to Google and searched for a product before you decide to make a purchase. And maybe you don't do it for every product, but a car, a $2,000 purchase, a new bed, a realtor, you want to know who you're working with. We get checked up on all the time. Luckily, we're a 5-star rated company. We have 5 stars on Facebook, 5 stars on Google, and 5 stars on Yelp. So we tell people, hey, go Google us. We have 83 5-star reviews. That's something credible, and it's important, right? As you're developing your business, this is where customer service is so key, man. The power of the purchase is in the consumer's hands these days. The days of interruption marketing and hardcore sales tactics and all that stuff, it's gone. It doesn't exist. You can't be a jerk and make a lot of money. It just doesn't exist anymore. So, which is good because I don't think I am, and I don't like working with them. So, make sure that you understand how to access those pages. Make sure you understand how to respond to reviews. Make sure you know how to engage with people on there. Social media is fantastic for controlling your reputation, proving you're reputable, serving your clients with great customer service. And if you get less than 5 stars, it's not the end of the day. It's the response that matters, right? Respond to every single review, 5 stars and below. And the ones that are below, try to do what you can to correct it. There are some customers you're not going to be able to serve, or there are some customers that you just didn't do a great job on, man, and that happens. If you can do something to correct that and provide that great customer service, do it, and hopefully they'll change the review. And if not, then you move on, you respond professionally, appropriately, and you move on. And that's the way that the world works. But by taking the time to acknowledge it and trying to make the corrections that you can, you still show that you're a great company to work with. It's not the end of the day getting less than 5 stars. It is the end of the day if you get lots of reviews that are less than 5 stars and you don't respond to them. That looks really bad. So make sure you promote getting reviews from all of your clients. That way you have lots of 5 stars in case you get a bad review. It's not the end of your business. And another thing to mention that a lot of people don't know about is schema markup, right? So taking all of it together, schema markup is something you can put into your website that helps Google identify your NAP, right? We went over that earlier, your name, address, phone number in your SERP. It goes in and you can pilot your hours, your address, your phone number, your email addresses, and your reviews. So you can put in the number of reviews that you have. You can put in the rating that you have, and you can build that. You can code that into your website so that whenever you're doing searches on Google, it shows 5 stars, 63 reviews, or 5 stars, 4,593 reviews, or whatever the number is. And that's important because as people are searching through Google, maybe they don't see your Google My Business page right away. Maybe you're not number 1 there and number 1 on Google. Maybe they just find your website. Well, it'd be cool if they could still see that you're a 5-star rated company. So with that, I'm going to conclude. If you have any questions, again, feel free to pop in the comments. We're always monitoring our social media, so we'll be happy to respond to them. You can shoot us a message on Facebook. You can shoot me an email. Don't forget, bottle openers. Stop by anytime, 1124 Sam Rittenberg Boulevard, Suite 4, right next to Charleston Sports Pub. Stop by and get your bottle opener for summer. That way you can always have readily access to indulge in your adult beverages. Make sure you grab a couple of our koozies, because again, you don't want that beer getting cold that you just open with our bottle opener. And if you have a sports coat or anything at all and you ever write, which I'm pretty sure we all do, stop by and grab a cool pen. So we got that going on. $300 off all new websites this month. Cool special next month. We're going to have a really awesome contest coming out next month. So make sure you keep your eyes out for that. We appreciate you tuning in, and we look forward to seeing you next week as we continue our local branding Monday marketing series.